I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go right into the reactions, dude. Let's get right to the first one. Buy gassy cars from around the world. Let's see what you talking about.
Japan's Supras and Germany's BMWs to India's
BMW.
country
I love me a
actually
BMW.
has the best cars. Italy, yeah, Ferrari, Lamborghini.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Either Italy or France, bro. Italy or France got some of the best cars. I ain't gonna cap, bro.
Fiat time.
I am not gonna cap.
The Italian Mini Cooper. It's slow as crud, unless we're talking about corners. That's where these bad boys shine. The Fiat 500 is ugly as slow as but can take a turn like it's on rails.
Slow as shit.
Obviously Fiat isn't the best.
Yo, don't they have like a Gucci?
Ferrari, of course, making bangers like the
whatever?
F40, the 250
Oh my
GTO,
God, this is beautiful,
the
bro.
812 super fast, and just way too many other cars to list. But I'm not gonna give them the crown just yet because we can't forget about Pagani. I also can't
Pagani's
forget about
from Italy?
Alfa Romeo with the
shit.
Italian BMWs. This
Yeah,
country's a
I'll
tough
fuck with
one.
those.
I'm
I ain't
gonna
gonna
give it to
lie. I'll fuck
Ferrari,
with those.
even though
I ain't
they're
gonna
an
lie.
asshole
I'll
brand
fuck
for
with
not
those.
letting people modify their cars. Still think they're the best cars that Italy has made. Canada's cars suck.
Canada.
I'm gonna give the
Canada
best
has-
brand award to this thing because of the T-Rex.
What the fuck is that?
It's time for
The
some
T-Rex.
freedom! The USA produces
Oh,
the
hell
most
no.
badass eagle screeching, gun shooting,
Oh,
gas
yeah.
guzzling cars of all time. I'm
Already
not
know,
talking about
V8s,
the Cybertruck, though.
V10s,
And dude,
V12s,
the US
whatever, bro.
knows ball.
Just throw that
the
bitch in there,
Cadillac
man.
CTS
Throw it in there.
wagon, that shit's dope. Also, the 2005 Ford GT was an instant
Oh my
American
God.
classic. The Dodge Viper
That's a
scares
dream
me,
car,
and
bro.
Corvettes are
Right
pure
there, that's my dream
badassery.
car. I ain't
Honestly,
gonna lie.
I didn't
Viper.
used to love Corvettes, but then I helped my friend work on a C4, and it made me understand the hype. Those cars are pretty freaking
understand the
raw
hype.
and sendy. Why the hell do American cars make you sit so far back though? When I sit in one, I feel
Cause,
like
bro,
I
you
can
gotta
roll the
be-
window
you gotta
down
feel like
and
you
touch
a
the back
pimp or
wheel.
something,
Maybe that's
like a
why they have such
baller
a bad
on me.
reputation for handling.
I feel like
but
a
really
baller.
good reputation for looking fucking awesome. Hell yeah, brother.
That
I
ass.
personally think the American car brand battle is between Ford and Chevy. That's coming from a non-American car enthusiast. So take that
Now it's probably like it's probably Ford and Dodge. I ain't gonna lie.
with
Now
a
it's
grain of-
Ford and Dodge.
To ease your mind,
but
I'll
not
give
even
the crown
Dodge
to
just
Ford
got
for
the,
now because the Raptor R is dope
Really?
and the old F250s are really cool. And the third
Really?
generation Ford Ranger.
Now let's focus on Europe for a little bit, since they got some crazy shit you might
They
not
got
know
some
about.
crazy shit.
Turkey dropped the TOG T10X, which
What the
looks
fuck
super
is
boring
that?
to me and has a terrible interior.
Bro, this
but
shit
I
look like
just
a,
really like saying
Volkswagen.
TOG. So that's definitely a point. What the f is an
W
Andal
Turkey
Bokek?
Volkswagen.
The United Kingdom. While they do have some interesting food choices
Beans
and design choices when it
and
comes
bread.
to cars, the UK definitely has dropped
What?
some heat. When I
Beans
say
and
interesting
toast.
design choices, I'm just talking about any car from Reliant and the City Rover. Yuck. Okay, that being said, the UK dropped McLaren, Aston Martin, Jaguar, Rolls-Royce, Lotus, and like a shit ton of other bangers. Rolls-Royce has the
Yeah.
Phantom, of course, which is just peak luxury. And the
That
Aston
is
Martin
peak,
with the
bro, I ain't gonna
DBS
lie.
Superleggera. I
Ooh,
love
wait, Aston Martin. I forgot
the
Aston Martin's
brack
from
noise that these things
Britain.
make.
From the UK. From the UK.
Jaguar dropped the Shaguar, which is Austin Powers' baby.
Shaguar.
I'm kidding. The Jaguar F-Type R is a
cool.
mega
I ain't gonna lie.
Jag win. And Lotus.
Shit look
Lotus
alright, but
made
the
Fox
depreciation
Funny-
on-
I mean,
the
Carlton,
appreciation
which
on those
looks
is
freaking
fucking
cool.
horrible,
And
dude.
oh yeah, the McLaren F1. Okay.
Ooh.
Out of these, the best brand from the UK
Best brand is either McLaren or Rolls Royce.
is going to Mini. Germany.
Mini.
Germany.
What?
What a great country. The nature, the beer, the pretzels. It's all amazing.
Already off the
But
bat,
all
bro.
those
BMW,
beautiful
bro.
things
BMW,
mean
my favorite. I got a
absolutely
BMW,
nothing
so
compared to their cars.
I can glaze
holy
Germany. I
shit,
ain't gonna lie.
These Germans can drive them however fast they want. It's just so unfair.
That
So
has,
what are
bro,
Germany's
you can
best
go like
cars?
300
The
damn
Mercedes
miles, bro.
190E is
On the
such a
Autobahn.
beautiful car. Mercedes actually crafted
That's
the most
beautiful.
exquisite
I ain't
looking
gonna lie.
car when they made the
That's
190E. I mean,
beautiful,
just
bro.
look at this thing, right? As a BMW Glazer, I think these things look nicer than E30s. Also, fun fact about the 190, they crafted
I
the
don't
most
know.
exquisite looking car when they made the 190E. I mean, just look at this thing,
Right,
right?
that was
As a
okay.
BMW Glazer, I think the
But like, look at this thing. Oh my goodness, that thing is like tiny, beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if I'm taking
these things look nicer
a
than
190
E30s.
over
Also,
E30.
fun fact about the 190E, some trims
I'll
have
have both, though.
self-leveling rear suspension,
I'll have both
so
for
that's just
sure.
f***ing badass, I guess. This is gonna sound like an absolute generic cornball opinion, but the Porsche 911 GT3 RS is such a good car from Germany. I
love it.
can't help but give it a spot in the top 3 best cars from Germany. You already know all about it since it's so popular, so I'll move on to my next pick. Okay, this one might come as a bit of a shock to you.
Did he
No,
say
I'm
the
just
best
messing
car
with you.
brand?
It's
What
the
the hell?
BMW
Oh, I'm about to
E46
say,
M3.
yes, sir.
Beautiful looking car, raw
Beamers.
driving experience,
Beamers.
and such a cool
Oh,
engine.
yeah.
333
I got me an
horsepower
E90,
from that
bro.
straight six.
Look,
Probably
E90
feels so
type
good
shit.
to drive. Guys, can you please spare a buck so I can get one of these, please? I'm gonna give Germany's best brand to Porsche. Porsche knows how to make some good
I guess,
damn
yeah.
cars.
It makes sense. Makes sense, bro.
Brazil
Makes sense.
also has a super cool and weird car
Brazil.
community. They have so many front-wheel
fuck is
drive
that?
cars that most people lift the back for better
What
traction.
in the
I think
world?
it's cool that they have such a
What?
strong underground car community, even though they're kind of set back by having so many front-wheel drive cars. That being said, I think the best cars that this country has ever produced are all rear-wheel drive. The Chevrolet Opala SS. This thing just looks like
That shit
any
look like
other
a,
American muscle
yeah,
car,
that's what I'm saying,
but
an
it's
American muscle
Brazilian,
car,
So I guess
dead
that's
ass.
cool. The Volkswagen
Brazilian
SP2
muscle car.
is way too cool looking. I really like the
That looks
stance
cool.
in
I
it.
ain't gonna lie, little beam body, little beam body shape. It look like a Porsche.
Headlights. Chevy made the Puma
No
GTB
lie.
in Brazil, which is also awesome looking. I think it again looks like any other American muscle car, but with a little bit of Brazilian swaz. I'm gonna give Volkswagen the best brand award for Brazil. France. Oh, bonjour, je m'appelle Gassi. Yeah, the French don't really have jack shit to offer. I'm kidding, they made Bugatti. I've talked a lot about Bugattis in my best of every single video because, as you probably know, these cars have insane engines and they look bad freaking ass.
That is
also,
really my
Puget
dream
is
car.
super cool. They made some of the best hot hatches, like the 205 GTI. Looks just like a French VW in my opinion and packs a pretty solid punch. And you cannot forget about Alpine. The A110 looks so mean. I don't know what to think of the fog lights on the newer models, but they look badass on the old one. They don't make dumb power, but they're such light cars that you don't really need all that. France, the best car from your country is not Renault, even though Renault made the
Come on, Bugatti. Gotta be Bugatti,
bro.
Fucked
up so badly with the Avantime that I'm not even gonna
Them shits
consider
are ugly,
them the best
dude.
car
What is
brand.
that?
It's gonna be Bugatti.
Bugatti.
I don't know who else it would go to. Sweden. Yes, it's time for some beautiful brands to be mentioned.
Who's the best
Whenever
brand
I
to
think
come
of
out of
fooling
Sweden,
around
bro?
in the snow, I think of Swedish cars. To all the Subaru dudes, spare your comment. I know you exist too.
Subaru.
But anyway, these Swedish people know how to make some super safe and super cool looking cars. Although they f***ed up the Saab 79X, Saab also made some
they made
sweet
Saab?
cars.
Oh, I love
example,
Saab,
is a
bro.
Sweet.
What is the
ride. But
Saab
I can't
007,
give you guys a crown, sadly.
whatever.
If your cars were that good, then maybe they'd still exist. But I'll toss you guys a participation award for that Aero
Where's
wagon.
that supercar they
Volvo
got,
can
bro?
have
Saab
my
supercar, bro.
children. Volvo is just such a cool brand, and they make a shit ton of cool cars. The 850R, the
Or maybe I'm tripping. I think that was
V70R, the
Celine.
S60R,
Celine.
and of course,
Oh, wait, no.
all the
Yeah, it was
variations of the
Celine.
240.
Oh,
Volvo just
shit.
knows how to do it. But what do you think? Is Volvo above Koenigsegg? Dude, the Koenigsegg Agera
Oh,
RS
no.
is just like, what the fuck were these
Yo,
Swedish dudes
Koenigsegg is
snorting?
on the level with
Fentanyl?
Bugatti,
Yeah,
bro.
this shit is just like peak. If you've got one of these, you might as well just drive it for a bit, then die. You finish a campaign. Obviously,
Drive it for a bit,
Koenigsegg
then
makes faster,
die. That's
cooler, and
wild.
more expensive cars, but that's not a good reason to put it above Volvo, in my opinion. I'm gonna toss Volvo the crown for Sweden, but feel free to argue with me in the comments
Volvo?
because I don't know how
The
nice.
crown for Sweden, bro. I mean, it's basically the fucking Toyota of
See, that
their
decision
world, I
sits
guess.
with me.
So,
Wow, we've been through a lot of major countries
so.
already, but we still haven't even touched on places like Japan or Egypt.
Like
Wait,
Japan.
what cars does Egypt even
JDM
make?
market. You need to
Egypt.
get this JDM
Yikes.
market.
Wow, that was ass. Subscribe so you don't have to drive that car, twin.
Australia has some of the most
Australia,
weird
yo,
and
the
interesting
utes.
car communities out of
Utes.
all of these
I need me a
countries,
ute,
and
mate.
it's awesome. Have you seen those burnout competitions?
Australian
Ford
utes.
Australia used to make the Ford Barra engine, which is basically an Australian 2J, and it is awesome. You can find this
Holy
engine
shit.
on some of the Ford Falcons and some variations of the Ford Territory. That's definitely a point for Ford. The Holden GTS makes way more power than it should.
just
and
look
the
a little
Holden
weird,
Monaro
honestly. They look like
CV looks
Subarus.
So nice.
For them to be
The
Fords,
Proton Jumbuck
they look like Subarus.
sucks. So Proton definitely isn't getting the crown. Between
Oh,
Holden and
Proton,
Ford,
never
I'm
mind.
gonna give it to Holden just because I like the look of the CV8. Oh shit, but I also like the sound of the Barra engines. Maybe I'll
They
just give
kinda
the
like
win to
Subarus to
Ford
me,
because
though.
of the
Like a
Capri
Subaru
Turbo
truck.
being badass. So it's gonna go to Ford again. India. Well, these cars
India.
are definitely something. Like
The
the
Indian
Riva
cars.
G-Wiz. These dudes
fuck?
actually
That's a
named
real
the
car?
fucking car G-Wiz. Well, anyway, there's a few Indian
What?
bangers at least. Tata makes some cool cars like the Tata,
Tata.
Safari. Looks kind of like
Okay.
a Land Cruiser in my opinion.
look
So
like a
that's
little
gonna give
Toyota
Tata the
type
crown
shit.
for Indian. Let me know if India made a better car than the Tata Safari
India
because that's the
with the
coolest one in
Tata?
my opinion.
Now let's see what Asia has going on.
Yes,
Vietnam.
bro.
Unfortunately,
They get to the
Vietnam doesn't
Japanese
really have
cars. The
anything cool as
Japanese.
far as cars go. A company called VinFast basically dominates the market, so I'll give them the crown. Japan. Japan is historically
Japan,
the
the
most badass
best
country as far as
cars,
go,
pretty much. I
according
mean,
to
from the
me.
90s.
You know that one
yes.
dude, Smokey something? That dude
Smokey
is so
Nagata.
badass.
Man, I'm finna whip this hoe.
Man, I'm finna wait
And all
this
those
out.
other guys too. Japan has produced some insane cars like the Toyota Supra, the
Supra,
R34
oh my God.
Skyline,
Oh
the
my
Honda
God.
NSX. Japan
Oh
is
my
pretty hard to
God.
beat. But you know what else is
That
hard
just
to
made me
beat?
wanna
Making a car
bust all over.
shittier
I
than
ain't
the
gonna lie, bro.
Mitsubishi Mirage. This thing definitely docks a point from Japan. Luckily, Mitsubishi is cool otherwise. They made the Lancer Evo, the Eclipse, and some other fire shark. They made
Yeah,
Subaru,
some nice
which
little
is
whips.
fucking cool. Toyota,
Nice little
which is a
whips.
classic. Lexus, which is just Toyota but cooler. Mazda,
Pretty
Honda,
much, yeah.
Acura,
Toyota with a
Sushi,
fucking
Nissan,
Lexus
Infiniti,
badge.
mini trucks. One day I will own enough property to drive a mini truck on it and haul my mini bike on the mini truck.
Yo, bro, I just want to buy a little plot of land in Japan, bro. Make a big ass garage, bro. Big ass like mansion type of shit, bro. And then just chill, bro. Have fucking a big ass fucking driveway with hella like JDM cars, bro. That shit
Love Japan.
nice, bro.
I'm gonna have to give the
'Cause them
best
shits are
brand
cheap there,
from
too.
Japan to
Sure.
Toyota. Malaysia, the Proton Satria GTI is so sweet looking. The front
cool, I ain't
lip,
gonna
the
lie.
headlights, the hatchbackness,
Okay.
the dual exhaust.
I ain't never seen this
thing looks
before.
sweet, and people mod the shit out of these cars. The Bufori Geneva is exactly the
Whoa,
car I
what
would
in the
drive if I
Bentley?
became
What
an
in the
evil
world?
villain. Peruta makes cars so
What?
boring that I'm gonna give Proton the #1 spot because of the Satria GTI. China makes some weird cars. The
Yo, China
Landon
been having some
X7
nice
is
cars,
just a
though.
Range Rover
Not gonna lie.
clone. It's such a weird car. A Chinese company
That's
called
literally
NIO
a
makes a
Range
cool
Rover. What the
futuristic looking car called the
Whoa,
EP9.
whoa, what is this? What in a futuristic Koenigsegg? What the
I like the
fuck?
way it looks on the outside since it's just so over the top, but I don't
What
like
is
the
this?
interior at all. There's no reason to have all those
What
screens.
about the Yang-
BYD
the
seal
Yang
looks boring as shit,
BYD,
and the
yeah.
Xpeng P7 also looks
The
boring.
Xiaomi
So I guess the winner by
supercar,
default
some
is
shit like
NIO.
that.
Indonesia. I mess with the Datsun Terrace, but otherwise I'm not interested in Indonesia's cars. So South Korea. The Kia boys would be nothing without South Korea. South Korea makes the absolute best NPC cars ever. Kias,
Kia.
Hyundais, and I guess Genesis is cool even though it's still a Hyundai.
Wait, they're from
South Korea
Korea? I thought they were from Japan.
is trying to
What the
dig
fuck?
themselves
That's
out of
wild.
their shitty car history
Never
by
mind.
dropping the Kia Stinger and the Hyundai N thingy. These cars
That
are
thing
an
is
upgrade
cool.
from
The
the
Envision,
horseshit
that
cars
shit is
South
sick, bro.
Koreans dropped in the
I
past,
would love to
suppose,
drive that, bro.
but they're still not fantastic in my opinion. But more on the Genesis. I feel like this brand is the biggest step forward for South Korea because the Genesis G70,
Yeah, Genesis,
for
I
example,
love
comes with that
Genesis,
turbo
bro.
V6 making 365 horsepower, which is 1 horsepower for every day of the year. And I personally think the design looks nice. This is a reasonable attempt at making a car to compete with a BMW 3 Series or an Audi A4 or something.
Yeah,
And
like,
then they made
it
the
really
G80,
does. It
which
looks
is a
nice,
bit bigger
too.
and kind of competes
Honestly, it
with
looks
a 5
better than both of
Series
them.
or an A6.
So-
Even though it's a new brand, I'm gonna give Genesis the crown for South Korea at the
Yeah,
moment.
I can see
don't
that.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
fucking
Genesis
Kia
is- I can see
Soul.
that.
Mexico, the Vool
Hey.
05 from Mexico is
What in
sweet.
the
It looks like a car
slingshot?
that you
What
could
in
only
the
drive with your
world?
best friend because
What?
it's so tiny and the dudes look so funny sitting in it. The Mistretta MXT has such
Yo,
a
what
cool
does-
looking
what does
interior,
Mexico
and
got
also
on-
looks like
got
an
going
Audi
on, bro?
TT
What the
mixed with a
fuck?
350Z and then swazzed up. a
My
little.
country got
I don't
going
like
on,
the
bro.
Zakua
What?
MX3 EV at all. I might even say I hate it. Vool is definitely the winner of Mexico. The United
Vool.
Arab
I've never heard of
Emirates.
Vool.
Holy
Okay.
fuck. These dudes are rich. Have you ever seen the W Motors
Lycan.
Lycan
Oh my
Hypersport?
God,
This
that
thing
shit's
actually looks like a
beautiful, dude.
transformer. This country is just a
This is
GTA 5
beautiful.
lobby. What the fuck is the Devil 16? You want a little bit of car with that exhaust? I can't forget about the Zaruk Sand
What is
Racer
that?
either.
That's a
I didn't even
GTA
know
car.
cars
That
like
is-
this
that is
existed
literal-
outside of Hot Wheels.
literally a
Also,
GTA
they
car.
just
I ain't gonna
gold-plated a G-Wagon for the sake of it. I'm sure that amount of
Fire.
spending freedom is pretty nice. The Generelli Design 1 is another funny
That's
buddy
sick. I
car,
ain't gonna
but
lie.
also badass.
No,
Out
that's
of all these cars
that's timeless. I ain't gonna lie. I would love to own that.
cars from the
Holy.
United GTA 5 lobby,
Holy.
I've got to give the win to the Devil, right? I
Devil,
mean, all of these cars are just so
either
insane that I
Lycan
don't
or
even
Devil,
know how to
bro.
put one above the other.
I don't even
probably
think they
even have
exist.
to
I
say
ain't gonna
this,
lie.
but correct my opinion in the
Like,
comments.
those
Saudi
cars even
Arabia,
exist?
the Toyota Land Cruiser 300 from Saudi Arabia is cool. It looks like it could get over a lot
They be
of
doing some
stuff.
crazy
Also,
shit in Saudi
the
Arabia, bro.
Isuzu
They be
D-Max
doing some
Desert.
crazy
This thing
shit.
looks so badass.
That's sick.
I love this thing. It kind of looks like it has a truck
Damn.
bed just for the sake of of it. It's such a
looks
small
really
truck bed that
small,
you couldn't
though.
fit
Like,
anything in there. But
yeah,
you
like,
wouldn't
it's
want
really
anything
small.
in there if you're jumping over sand dunes anyway. These are all huge cars. I guess they don't have to worry about gas prices. So I'll give Isuzu the winner for the
don't gotta worry about
because
gas
that thing
prices.
looks awesome.
Next up is Africa and Loki. I didn't know they were cooking twin.
Kenya,
I didn't know
starting
they were
off
cooking
so
twin.
strong with the Safari Rally Land Cruiser 70. I
Okay.
just love everything about it. Can you
Little
imagine pulling
Toyota
up to your
Jeep
bud's
type
house in
shit?
this shit? The Mobius 2 looks like a plastic G-Wagon,
Mobius,
but I
what the
kind of
fuck?
like it. I don't know.
That looks
I
like a
imagine it'd be
slate car.
practical in Kenya somehow. The Volkswagen Polo Vivo is locally built and looks like regular traffic, but has a little bit of potential, I guess. I'll give it to
Yeah.
Toyota for the
It's okay.
Safari Rally Land Cruiser 70. Morocco.
Morocco.
Laraki wins Morocco.
Laraki,
no
what's that?
argument needed. So I guess
Ooh,
Nigeria
I've
knows a
never
little
seen
bit
that
of ball
shit.
knowledge. They made this knockoff G-Wagon, which looks pretty cool in my opinion. And then the
Jeep
Puget
X
504,
G-Wagon,
which is
looking ass.
also
What the
cool
fuck?
looking. None of the other cars that Nigeria has made is interest me in the
Nord.
slightest. So I'm going to
Holy.
just say the knockoff G-Wagon brand is my favorite from Nigeria. South
looks
Africa.
cool,
South
honestly.
Africa has some cool ones. We got the Piranha with the Z1. I think
Ooh,
this
that's
thing looks
nice,
pretty
I ain't gonna
sweet.
lie.
If you think this
That
thing
look
is
like a,
ugly, you at least have to agree that this thing looks
It's like a
super
Aston Martin,
aerodynamic.
though.
I really like the Ford
Looks
Sierra
just like an Aston
XR8,
Martin.
although it looks a little bit cross-eyed. It's got a very cool looking chassis and can be built up to look sweet. South Africa also produced a super nice and pretty rare BMW, the BMW
Ooh.
333i, which was only made between
333i.
1985 and
Ooh.
1986.
Okay.
It's just an E30 with
Looks
an
tough.
E28 engine, and it's kind of like the first BMW M Lite. If you want the M performance but not the M price tag, then you should go with the 333i.
Yeah, you go with the
I like
cheaper,
it.
little
I'll give BMW the crown
mid-range
for South
option.
Africa. I
Okay.
think Sweden, Japan, and the UK have the coolest cars in the world. Let me know what you think in
Yeah,
the
I
comments,
ain't gonna
though.
lie.
And if you have the time, go
Probably one
watch
of them
this
two. Gotta be Japan, obviously, but yeah, that was
video
that.
next.
That was that. Cars Around the World by Gassy, man.